Okay, so we are disappointed by our lack of lack of followers in the church, and that's fair. That we need to be disappointed for that fact, um, because lots of people are leaving the church and their souls are in danger. Uh, you know, and very less people in the world today are Catholics. Their souls are in danger too, and we need to pray for that. But at the same time, many people are saying that by 2030, some are saying by 2050, some are saying by 2070. I don't know, but if that is the case, then in my lifetime, definitely, perhaps if God gives me a long life, I would see Islam taking over Christianity in terms of the largest number of followers a religion has. Right now, it's the fastest growing religion in the world, and it's coming up very fast to the number one spot. And some people are saying that this is we lost the number one spot, etc. And people are having sorrow. They used to have a sense of pride in saying that Christianity was the first religion, like is the largest religion in the world. I don't know what sense of pride does that number one position give you. Christianity is the largest religion in the world, um, and not only that, in the Western culture, well, although the culture was not West, but in terms of religion that dominated the Western culture, Western society, was Christianity. And even after that, Christianity remains the world's largest persecuted religion in the world. So, what did that first number one position give us? First of all, what did that um, the wealth of the Western countries give us in return? Hardly anything. So, I mean, if we are still if brothers in East and some brothers in West as well are still persecuted for the faith, even though Christianity is the most popular religion in most of the Western modern countries with lots of wealth, then what's the use of that wealth? So we need to always think about it. Secondly, we also need to think about when did Christianity actually became the largest religion, uh, and you would find the answer. For quite many years Christianity was not the largest religion. In fact, if my thinking is correct, if what I've studied is correct, etc., Christianity seems to be the fourth largest religion in the world for many years, because it was mainly concentrated in Europe, and world was well beyond Europe. I mean, Latin America was still there. Like although it was not discovered, age of discovery was not there, but these continents did exist, and tribes used to live in these countries. And if we talk about the discovery, the countries which were discovered, uh, Buddhism was very popular in Asia. Hinduism was very popular in India. It's still today is. Then what other religion? Islam. After the growth of Islam spread very, Islam actually spread very fast, and um, Islam was almost the largest religion for quite many centuries. So Islam was the largest religion for quite many centuries. Then Buddhism was, I guess, the second largest religion. Hinduism, third largest religion. Perhaps the fourth largest religion, or somewhere there will you find your faith, Christianity. And this I am talking about the united Christianity in terms of all the division that was taken place there. Still, we look back at the olden days and we say that look, people were following the faith so rigorously, etc. But yeah, outside Europe, it didn't do that much good anyway. because people were not following Christianity outside Europe. So we literally didn't had that position for many years. Uh, it doesn't matter in my opinion. What matters is that, I mean, because if we think about that first number one position, then we would satisfy by that number one position. We have to move on even if we are number one, as long as one single soul, the our Lord didn't, when he talked about parable of good shepherd was not the one who said that, oh yeah, let's be, I still have the 99 sheep, so I will leave the one sheep. No, even that one sheep counts. So that should be our, with regard to every soul that is there, every human soul, that should be our approach in that. So it doesn't matter if we lose the first position. We already know that there is the narrow gate and then there is a wider gate. It's very, uh, see how it is. God already told you that everyone who accepts the faith will be saved, but he also said that there would be only very few who would be saved. Now humanity had a chance to prove that wrong, but humanity proved what exactly Jesus said. So this is the power of Jesus. So um, I mean, we don't need to be worried about that losing of number one position. We need to be worried about many souls who would go to hell because of for not following the Catholic faith.